Alright, so before, back in my childhood, I've always been infatuated by computers. I love computers. It was, of course, before because of my love for video games, first of all, but it developed into something that is far greater. My very first exposure to computers is with my dad. I actually start to learn English at the very young age. However, I have never actually been a part of like a more formal course, etc. for English. So my English is purely from exposure. So I read a lot of books in English. I watch a lot of movies in English. I play a lot of video games in English, and that somehow that just naturally came into me.
Sampurasun, and welcome to the Genusian podcast, where we bring you the latest news, events, and the most happening people at Nusa Putra University. Today we have with us a local student from Sukabumi. Ibrahim Gustav is a student of the 4th semester in informatics engineering. He is very enthusiastic about the course he is studying, and he is very enthusiastic about what he will do in life. So let us all welcome Ibrahim Gustav Amani. Ibrahim, welcome to the Genusian podcast.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here, and thank you for having me.
Ibrahim, you are from Sukabumi.
Yep.
Can you please tell us something about yourself? How you came to be in Nusa Putra University, and how you are finding Nusa Putra?
Right. Greetings, by the way. My name is Ibrahim Gustav. I'm again a 4th semester student of informatics engineering. I am in fact from Sukabumi. My high school before is SMA N3 Kota Sukabumi, so High School 3 Kota Sukabumi, and I graduated back in 2022. And I got here in Nusa Putra University as a scholarship student. I got scholarship for Wali Kota scholarship.
That's really nice, Ibrahim. And in fact, Nusa Putra University endeavors to ensure that everyone who is a deserving student gets an opportunity. You can join Nusa Putra University and get a scholarship, just like Ibrahim has got the Wali Kota scholarship from the city government of Sukabumi, and is studying here with funding and education sponsored by the government of the city of Sukabumi at Nusa Putra University. But you have to be a good student. You have to score good marks. But if you are a good student, you can try for the scholarships, and if you get it, you can be a scholarship student like Ibrahim. So Ibrahim, can you please tell me something, why you joined informatics engineering? What motivated you to join informatics engineering specifically?
Alright, so before, back in my childhood, I've always been infatuated by computers. I love computers. It was, of course, before because of my love for video games, first of all, but it developed into something that is far greater. My very first exposure to computers is with my dad. He was playing a game and then building his own PC and etc. And it got me really hooked into it. Like, hey, this is what I really like. And then we also have to think about the future, right? The future is all about technology. It's all about what we are going to do, something that is far efficient, that's far simpler, and the technology is, of course, the answer to that. So yeah, as I said before, informatics engineering is the future. If we look at the recent development for artificial intelligence, or for something more generative, or we can see that at its core, everything is all about informatics engineering and what we study. So I want to be a part of that future.
That's really nice, Ibrahim, and it's really heartening to see you so enthusiastic about your subject of study, that is informatics engineering. And yes, you are very right that informatics engineering is going to be the future, and informatics is in fact changing our lives, the way we live our lives, the way we connect with people. It is opening up doors everywhere. Can you tell me something about why you chose Nusa Putra University? You had a Wali Kota scholarship. You could have joined anywhere. Why did you choose Nusa Putra University's Department of Informatics Engineering?
I think at this point, joining Nusa Putra University is almost like fate for me. Because back then, again, I graduated in 2022, and I joined Nusa Putra University back in 2023, which meant I had a gap year before, and that was not without a reason. So back then, I was just like most high school students in Indonesia. First, I want to be a part of the state-owned university and etc. And I almost reached that dream. However, it got taken away from me. And Then my parents told me that, hey, there is a scholarship here in Nusa Putra University, and Nusa Putra University itself is excellent. It has a lot of international students, and with my English ability, hey, maybe I can make some international friends, right? So with that, I decided to take the scholarship test, and then finally I got accepted. The informatics engineering department of Nusa Putra University itself is quite excellent. There are a lot of great lecturers that are eager to tell you everything they know, and what they know is they know a lot. They don't just know what they teach in their subjects, but you can also ask them about all sort of things that is currently happening in the world of technology, about informatics engineering in general. So yeah, joining in Nusa Putra University, I think it's safe and it is the right choice.
Thank you. In fact, Nusa Putra University is a tough place to study as well, but seeing your enthusiasm, I'm very heartened that you find Nusa Putra University studies to be to your liking. I must say, Ibrahim, that your English is quite excellent. Can you please tell me how you got the fluency in English? How did you develop your fluency in English, and how do you think it will help you?
Right. So I actually start to learn English at the very young age. However, I have never actually been a part of like a more formal course, etc. for English. So my English is purely from exposure. So I read a lot of books in English. I watch a lot of movies in English. I play a lot of video games in English, and that somehow that just naturally came into me. And that, however, with that I just got the basic fluency, or just the basic understanding of the English itself, and not necessarily the confidence, or if I really can speak it, and etc. It got me to understand English, but not necessarily how I can communicate it. So with that, I start to join a lot of English communities, and one of which is in here in Nusa Putra University. There is the English Club, and with that I got a place to learn, to exercise my English, to speak my English, to use that English knowledge that I know of, and I can finally be more confident and more comfortable with it.
Yeah, that's really nice. In fact, Nusa Putra University Language Center has got courses, initial courses, and advanced courses in various different languages, like the UN official languages and Japanese, apart from English. English is a introductory course for all students, and then advanced course for all students. And apart from that, there are also English testing facilities that are available. And there are also different language clubs where students get an opportunity to practice, isn't it?
Can I add one thing?
Yeah, please do.
All right. So again, while my experience from learning English itself is from exposure, however, I do recommend courses just such as Nusa Putra University Language Center. Why? Because exposure takes a lot of time. However, if you take courses like the one in language course and in language center, you will get to take a shortcut basically to get the fluency that are required to be more competitive in the global job market environment.
Okay, so talking about the global job market, you are a student of informatics engineering, and you are learning English. And how do you see your future? What future does a student of informatics engineering have in today's world? Can you please tell us something about that?
There are a lot, of course. There are a lot of opportunities for informatics engineering students in the job market. While it is true that there are also a lot of informatics engineering students out there, there are also as much job opportunities out there. For example, the development of application, the development of website will always be a very lucrative market. There will always be demand for it. And the thing about informatics engineering is that it is an exact science, which means that everything that you will learn from here in Indonesia and here in Nusa Putra University will apply to anywhere in the world. So your job market is not just limited to here in Indonesia, but you can also easily find jobs in anywhere around the world, like America, Europe, Japan, and etc. So yeah, informatics engineering will be a very lucrative study program if you want to study abroad out there.
So Ibrahim, can you please tell also something about what your ambitions are, what you want to do personally, what you are interested in as a student of informatics engineering? and how it is going to be useful for you in the future.
Sure. Okay. So my very main interest in informatics engineering is cybersecurity. As we know, in Indonesia, there are a lot of cases where cybersecurity is just doesn't seem to be taken seriously either by the companies or by government. There are a lot of data leaks. There are a lot of data breach and etc. So I think cybersecurity needs to be taken more seriously, and I want to be a part of that. I want to make Indonesia to be more secure in data. I want every Indonesian to be more comfortable with handing their data to the government and etc. and know that their data will safe with it. And with cybersecurity, I think it will be a very good start.
Yeah, that's really nice. Ibrahim, Nusa Putra University is a multicultural campus where we have students from more than 80 different countries. How do you think that this multicultural environment, how it has influenced you? What do you think about the different countries, students who are here?
Yeah, right. So I'm from international class myself, and we have some of international students. There are one from Gambia, there is one from Egypt, and etc. And the thing that makes our class such a special environment, and also another class in Nusa Putra University in international class, is that it makes for some very different environment in terms of how do people think, how do people adapt, etc. And we get to learn more about the various different cultures in different countries and how they think and how we can adapt to it, so that it can prepare us for a more global environment in the future. So yeah, I also have a lot of fun with them. I play a lot of games with them. I talk a lot about them, about various subjects, and yeah, the international students here are very friendly and very welcoming, and then it also enriched my point of view about the world as a whole.
Ibrahim, it's really nice to know that you're enjoying your studies here at Nusa Putra University. Before we leave, can you give your suggestions and guidance to the students who want to build a career in informatics engineering and maybe are hoping for a global career outside Indonesia, anywhere in the world? Can you please give them some guidance how they can prepare themselves, come to Nusa Putra, and how they can build a global career for themselves?
Right. So if you want to build a career globally, that's not just in Indonesia. Of course, the main thing that you have to learn is the language itself. There are in Universitas Nusa Putra University, there are a lot of ways for you to learn English to be a part of that job market. So first of all, in the first semester itself, there are some very basic but very useful course for English that you can join in. There are also a special course in the language center, and then after that, for informatics engineering in general, the first thing that you have to keep in mind of is that you have to love computer first. I think this part is something that got away from a lot of people. Like, I want to be a part of informatics engineering. I want to make a lot of money from developing apps, developing websites, etc. But they basically don't have a love for computers. They don't have a love for technology, and then it will then make their study very difficult because they are studying something that is not really something that they love. So if you want to be a part of informatics engineering, the first thing that you have to keep in mind again is that you have to love computers first. After you love computers, and then you can start getting to know more of the computer stuff, like how does it work and how does etc. And then the love itself will build eventually. Okay, and then after that, you can also you can join university as ours, as Nusa Putra University, to jumpstart your career future in technology. Because while it is true that you can learn a lot of technology, a lot of informatics engineering stuff by your own from scratch, it will be very difficult. It will take a lot of time, and it will also still take a lot of money. Why? Because technology in itself is very expensive. So yeah, joining universities, joining our study program in informatics engineering, such as one here in Nusa Putra University, will hopefully jumpstart your career.
Ibrahim, thank you so much for joining us in the Genusian podcast. Your enthusiasm and your love for computers is clearly apparent. I wish you all the best for your future in informatics engineering, whether it be in Indonesia or anywhere in the world, and your passion for cybersecurity. I'm sure you will do very well. Please keep up the spirits and keep learning English, and please keep learning computer science.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best. Thank you for joining us today at the Genusian podcast. And till we meet again next time, Sampuraso.